All right, so welcome. What I'm going to do first here is we're going to see how to create a database in Microsoft Access and make the proper table formats. So what I'm going to do is I will bring up first the UDesk, and then I'm going to sort of follow along on how to create a table. It's going to be rather exciting, I think. So give me just another little second here. And we're gonna, all right. Okay, so here's our UDesk. Let me just get it to where it's properly zapped in line here. All right, and then I need access. So we will open that up. And let's see if I already have a database. I don't. That's perfect. So we're going to do a blank database here. Don't need to worry about that. We're going to call this one, I'm just going to call this AppWhich, because I'm very happy with that name. All right, so here's my table. Now what I'm going to do is I need a database schema here because we're doing table after table, and so I need to make sure I get my schema right. I'm going to pop this open. I'm just going to blink it in so you can see it. So I've got, for this exercise, all I'm going to create is this order and the order items. No, let's just do them all. So we'll do customer, we'll do all of them. So I'm going to scoot this out of the way so it will be off screen. But I'm also going to, like I said, you should be able to see it. So we're going to start with customer, and we're going to make customer table. Now we're in design view. For access purposes, I am okay with letting it tell me auto number. A lot of times when I'm designing an actual database, I will want to have my own. I think short text there is good enough. We're going to do street. Address. Notice here I'm not putting spaces in. That actually helps you a little bit when you're doing your, if you have to do actually some SQL. Zip code here, I'm going to make it just, what is it, zip +4. Let's make it 10. And then I can put in a little input mask here, huh? Oops, I'll save that, that's fine. What a zip code, ooh, look at that. That looks great. So that's going to allow me to optionally enter some stuff. We'll do phone number here. I'm also going to go ahead, what do we expect phone number to be? I have an area code and 7 digits, that's 10. Let's add parentheses, a couple of spaces and a dash. That's going to be 14. My input mask, I can do that. It's going to ask me to save it, and that's fine. We're going to do phone number right there. Is that right enough? 3, 6, there's 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. That's perfect. All right, so there's one table. I'm going to save that. And I'm going to go ahead and close it. Then I'm going to make a new table. Oops, sorry, I'm doing, been a while. I need to create a table. And you should know better than to hit table design, but we're okay here. We're going to say order, because that's my next table. For order has order ID. Then it has order date. I'm going to make that into a date time. This is going to be a store number. This is probably an integer. We are going to do a method of delivery. It's not the best scheme. That should be a capital O probably. Let's change it right there. Method of delivery. Let's make that a little smaller. That's going to be dine in, take out, delivery. That should be 10. Should be plenty. And we're going to do customer ID. That is going to be a foreign key. That also needs to be a number. So that should be it for order. I'm I'm going to save it, close it. So we're going to be more clever. Create table design. Oh, look at that. It doesn't have my auto number data type, nor does it do the table. Let me just close that out and not save it. We're all about the shortcuts, aren't we? Switch to there, then we change, oops, keep hitting the wrong thing, change back to design view. This is going to be order items. And also being inconsistent here, this should probably be called just order item. That's okay, order ID, item number. It's also a number. Here, actually that doesn't need to be auto number, that needs to be regular number, because these are foreign keys, and I'm still going to right click, oh my goodness, primary key, that is a crazy business here. Somehow it decided it wanted to do something. What happened to my thing here? Turning all blue. Oh, Microsoft, we love you sometimes. All right, item number, and here's going to be quantity sold. Yeah, it's interesting here. I would probably have, this would be a short number, by the way. Let's see if we have a tiny number, long number. No, number's good enough. Although here I can change it. I can do a small number. I don't want an integer. I would want. Yeah, we'll just leave it long integer. I probably want on here. Why isn't that doing that? Where's my primary key? Is there a button over here? There it is. Okay, we're going to click on primary key and not right click this time. So there is order items. I'm going to save that. I'm going to create table. Switch back to design view. This one is item. Here I have item number, and here's me not being consistent in my number or my letter naming convention, which is not good. Item description, short text is fine there. Item price, and then that's going to be a decimal. Oops, that is a number then. This one I need to, it's not an integer here, it's going to be currency. I think they have a currency type in here. No, they don't. Decimal. Format, is that going to be currency? Yeah, we'll make it all pretty. Look at that. Item price is a number. This is going to be item unit cost. It's also going to be a number. And that is also going to be a decimal. Then I want it to be currency. What's that here? Total number of digits that can be stored left and right. That looks great to me. Decimal currency. It's funny, back in my day, there was a currency data type. I'll just leave it at that though. There's probably a better way to do that. That's what I get for not keeping up with this stuff. Item category is our last one. I'm going to leave that one as short text. All right, so that is how we save our tables. What we want to do next is go into the relationships. So if I actually open one of these, I usually can get to relationships in one of these. Where's my database tools? Is that it? We're very excited there. There's relationships. Let me just close this back up. Database tools, I hit relationships. This field is actually a form. And over here to the right, I might as well just select all of these. So I held down Shift and selected them all. And then I hit Add Selected Tables, and there they are. And now I can see order and order items, and then items I kind of want in this order. This is just a form, like a layout, and so you can put things in any place you want. In a way, this is something you might want to do in the format like your ER diagram. Usually I like to see, probably that might be the best format there. And then here what we're going to do is I'm going to drag from the one to the other. Okay. In Access, when you do this, it has the option of enforcing referential integrity. Normally you don't want to do this, so I'm not going to do it. There are cases when you will want to do it, and this is actually not one of them, because, for example, here, if I was going to enforce this, there would already have to be a customer ID when I created an order, so I don't want to do that. I'm going to just hit create here. I'm not going to check the box. All right, the same thing goes here. I go order ID, drag it over to order ID. I hit create, drag item number up to item number, and also hit create. Okay. Access knows these are one-to-many relationships. So remember, this is something you hopefully remember from your database concepts. That is a primary key up here. Down here is called a foreign key. That means this is the one and this one is the many. Same here. Order is the one, order items is the many, items is the one, order items is the many, and what that means is when we make an order, we can have multiple order items. All right, so that's it actually. When I close this, I need to close it and save it. So it will say, do you want to save changes to the layout of relationships? Notice it already created the relationships. I would have to delete them myself. So I'm just going to still hit yes because it just saves where the position is in this table. All right, so that's it for how to create a table and set the relationships in Access.